Yeah.
They're gonna pay these pitchers so much money not to pitch for them. All
Yeah.
right. Say for example, the Rangers go to the World Series this year, hypothetical, right? And then the Astros go to the World Series next year.
Mm.
Man, like the Mets are gonna be like a huge, like kind of like embarrassment for baseball,
Yeah.
giving up those two top veteran pitchers like that. And what if, do you know what I mean? Like, bro, Rangers can easily go to the World Series this year because they'll be able to do battle with Houston, bro. Like they have the manager, right? They have
Oh yeah.
Bochy, bro. They have
Yep.
freaking
Yep.
Chapman now,
Yep. Oh, that
right?
too. Yep. Yep.
At Houston, it's not the same Houston ball club in terms of pitching staff. You know, no more Lance McCullers Jr.
Mm-hmm.
They have Verlander, right? But no more Luis Garcia. That guy had some big games last year in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's gonna be a pretty like tough ALCS. Um, but that's what I see, bro. I don't think Baltimore is gonna do it, even though they got Flaherty, right? I don't think Tampa Bay was kind of a huge shock that they didn't do anything at the trade deadline.
Well, they got Adam Chevali from the Guardians. They're not big names, but they always know how to add pitching. And Zach Efron last year, they know how to develop pitching. They're doing good, Tampa, but I don't know if they have enough like hitting and the pitching to beat better hitting teams like Texas and Houston. I think they're more dangerous. These two teams, they're hitting. This is probably the best Texas Ranger team since 2010. You remember 2010 and 11, they choked the World Series. They could have made
Yeah,
it and won the World Series 2 straight years.
they were up one game, right? In game
Yeah,
seven,
yeah,
game six,
yeah,
and then they lost both 6 and 7 to St. Louis. Yeah, dude.
yeah.
And okay, say hypothetical, the Rangers go to the World Series, right? They'll face Atlanta. I don't think they'll knock off Atlanta. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Atlanta. I said last year, Atlanta was the most balanced team with their young players, the young pitching. Max Fried's coming back this week. Strider they got. The hitting Riley and Olsen. Acuna has 50 something steals. He's going to win MVP. It's only 2 more months. The guy could have 70 steals. Like Ricky Henderson. The guy is really good. Acuna. Yeah, if they stay healthy, they're all around. They're more balanced. But the Dodgers, you got to count the Dodgers. Still have hitting, but they have their
Man,
injuries.
the
Their
freaking
pitching. I don't know if you
Dodgers,
can
dude.
trust them. You
We'll
can't
get
trust
into the
their pitching.
Dodgers in a little bit, man. But bro, I wanted to get your thoughts real quickly on your freaking Yankees.
Well, the Yankees are really in trouble. I think they're going to have to rebuild, get young. Maybe the Pope of Sports is going to have to take over this team. I'm going to jump on my horse and start giddy up because Cashman don't know what the hell he's doing. I really don't know what his plan was. I guess they don't have much trade value. I just made a video. Make sure you subscribe to the Pope of Sports on YouTube and Entertainment. I thought that they were going to trade Torres to the Marlins, get some young pitching prospects. But I guess his value is not that great. The Marlins didn't even want him. They went with Josh Bell from the Guardians instead of Torres. That just shows you. Torres Bader was. They were talking with the Phillies. They didn't even want to trade him. So I guess their value is not good. Uh, Bad contracts. Donaldson's bad money. Wasted 2 years of him, $50 million. And Judge's injury with the broken toe. I don't even know why they're still playing him. They should shut down him the rest of the year. He's making all that money. He could be have to get surgery. They're not gonna get the wild card. They're chasing like three teams: Blue Jays, Red Sox, Angels. Angels are trying to fight for the wild card, and they're not gonna win. They kept the Tani. So that just I think it was a weak market. That was his excuse. It was a weak market. If you look at the hitting, it was C.J. Crowe and Glidget went to the Angels. There really wasn't like Soda wasn't available. Arnado, Goldsmith, better hitters weren't available. So maybe that was the reason. And plus, he was asking for too much, and they didn't have trade value. That was the reason. They have to get young and rebuild. Too many holes, too many flaws on this team. I think they're going to have to build their farm system like the Mets. Get top prospects and just be bad for the next couple of years. That's what they're going to have to do.
Well, well said, man. I couldn't have said it better. I was very. I mean, last year the Yankees got off to that crazy start, right? Like they won like
Yeah.
66 freaking games.
They were hot in the first 3 months. Then I think they're 100. I think since the summer of last July, I think they're 100 since the past year. That's how bad they are.
Man, okay, the freaking Yankees, man. I mean, you mentioned all those great points right now, and that's absolutely right. I mean, they have to get younger in terms of the pitching stuff. They have to develop like somehow, some way. They got to develop some pitchers, kind of like how Atlanta, kind of like how Houston is able to develop these top pitchers. because if not, bro, they're just gonna be chasing their tail
And
every
hitting,
single
they're hitting, they strike out. Too many are
right.
striking out. Home run or nothing. Like tonight, I didn't even watch, but I saw on my phone home runs, all home runs. That's how they win. They don't hit their home runs, they don't score. And then their pitching, you can't trust Rodon. He could be a bust, Rodon. And then besides Garrett Cole, they have a lot of problems. Yeah.
And then okay, the Yankees had all that time to develop these pitchers, develop this talent, bro, and they've just had a super hard time, with like all these prospects that didn't pan out, like
That's it.
Andahar and all these dudes, right? Clark Schmidt, these kind of dudes. And meanwhile, Baltimore is catching up with them, bro. They got so
Yeah.
many dudes coming up in the farm system, all hitters, right? But bro, like the gap, they closed the gap on them. Toronto as well, bro. They have a lot of up and coming, like top young players. With
Mm-hmm.
obviously Bo Bichette, he got hurt, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
Yankees got to start developing some of these top
Yeah.
tier talents,
I
bro.
know. I keep telling people they think they're gonna get quick like Caputo. I should have told him to come on this. Quick fixes, stars, superstars, free agents. But yeah, they have to do everything. But they can't just spend and spend and spend. They have to add the right type of guys. They don't even. They only have two lefties out of their whole lineup. They don't even have lefty righty, a balanced lineup. In the '90s, they used to have a lot of lefties. They don't even have lefties. So that you look at all the other teams, Astros, Orioles, all these teams are going to pass them by. Even the Reds got Acasio and McLean, Cruz, Diego Cruz, even
Yeah,
Captain Coro and the Diamondbacks. All these teams are going to be better than them. They have young players. The Yankees are going to have to build their farm and develop and not be good for the next couple of years. I don't know what his plan is next year. Are they trying to retool and try to improve the team, or are they going to trade everyone and just get young? I don't know what he wants to do.
I don't know, man. I think they have to figure it out quickly because, like mentioned, bro, you know what they got to do? They got to move to the AL Central, bro. That's what they got to do.
Yeah, Minnesota, they're so bad. Yeah, and they didn't even make any moves. Minnesota didn't do anything, and they're still going to make the playoffs. Like, come on. It's
That's what they got
crazy.
to do, bro. And you were talking about the Dodgers, Mr. Pope, a little bit earlier. I'm pretty shocked and kind of embarrassed that the Dodgers got Lance Lynn, and this guy
Mhm.
said, "You know what? I don't want to go to LA."
Yeah, I heard about it. He waived a no trade. He had a no trade clause, and he didn't want to go to LA, even though they're a winning team. But you're right to be on a losing team like the Tigers and not try to get a World Series. He was with the Red Sox. I think he got a World Series with the Red Sox. But come on, you're with the Tigers. They're not going nowhere. You should try to win now and go to a winning team. And he wait, and I was shocked.
Yeah, I was
The
shocked as
Dodgers.
well.
Yeah, I know. I said the Dodgers are not going to win with Lance Lynn. He's like a 7 ERA. They could fix him because it's a big ballpark in LA. Maybe he'll pitch better, but they have so many injuries. Bueller, May, and Kershaw's injured. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he didn't accept the trade, man.
I'm surprised as well, bro, because they have a bunch of ex Red Sox on the team, right? Mookie,
Yeah,
Jamie.
that too. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, they have a bunch of ex teammates, so
yeah,
I was
yeah.
shocked as well. This is a dude that I thought was going to go to LA. I mean, he is a lefty, and I'm like, man, they would be kind of, with Arias, Kershaw, and then add this dude again, another lefty.
Hmm.
But it was so thin that, what could you do? Um, Lance Lynn, right? I mean, we'll see if Mark Pryor can do something with him,
Hmm.
bro. But they had Noah Syndergaard a whole spring training, and they couldn't fix that guy, and they
Hmm.
shipped him off, right? It
Yeah,
just sucks.
yeah,
Yeah, it sucks for LA,
that's
bro.
hmm that's all they gave up was Syndergaard for Lance. They didn't even have to give up much for these guys.
I thought it was pretty funny they brought all the guys back from 2020.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even count that yet. That was a half a season. They got cheated in 17, so they think the Dodgers should have won in 17, Yankees. But in 2020, that wasn't like a full season. I don't know if I can really count that as like a
Yeah,
real World Series.
I
You
mean,
know,
in the record books, it's on there, but
yeah, I know it's on there, but it's not like a full season. Like
no, dude,
I
it's
want to
not
see
at
the
all.
Dodgers win in a full season and beat the Braves, the better teams, and then you could prove that you're a real champion.
Exactly. No fans in the stands, bro. Like off-site
Yeah.
fields, but man, the Dodgers are in a little bit of trouble at the future as well because their top pitchers get hurt, bro, consistently, man. It's the second injury to both Bueller and Dustin, man.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, and
So,
yeah, Bueller's coming back in September. They said, but they could use him out of the bullpen.
man, I hope those dudes come back and they don't get injured again, Mr. Pope, because two injuries like that,
Hmm.
um, we just saw a pitcher from Milwaukee come back from Tommy John, and he blew his elbow again. I don't know if you saw. It's like a journeyman reliever, right? But National League, it's going to be tough for LA to keep doing battle because not only Atlanta, bro, but look at these other teams that are like in there with the Dodgers. Dodgers have 60 wins, bro. But I mean, San Francisco, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, all those teams, like as the season goes on, they could get that number 2 seed.
Yeah, the 3 wild cards. That's another reason why there wasn't as many guys available.
I mean, Cincinnati could get the number 2 seed. I'm sorry, not.
Yeah, because the division is so weak.
If they win the National League West, though, San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, the Chicago Cubs actually think they have a chance to get in the playoffs. They're 1 game over 500. They kept Bellinger, kept Stroman, and they added Candelario. But the Cubs are not going to go nowhere. They should have traded their guys, but they think they're going to win. That 3rd wild card is making teams think they have a chance. Like Marlins, Robinson. They traded Garrett Cooper. The Padres, I don't know what the Padres are doing. They think they're going to win. They're not going nowhere. Look at the Padres. They're 1 game under 500. They didn't trade Snell and Josh Hader. What are they doing? Why are they adding players?
I think they added players because of, like, the local fan base is like they're so caught up with the team right now, right? Like if they were to sell, I think they would like destroy like what they built already. They have a bunch of money coming in, like sellouts, right? Sellouts, jerseys, merchandise, all this shit.
Well, the Mets rebuild. Yeah.
And if they sell a player, like the fan base might like stop believing in them, right? That's the difference between the Padres owner and the Mets owner. Like the Padres owner was like, you know what? Let's keep paying these dudes, man. And the Mets owner was like, I don't want to pay none of these motherfuckers anymore.
Yeah, but do you blame them? They're not winning, and they owed. Verlander shirts are old. He had to do it because if they can't win next year, they're going to be stuck with them. At least he got some money off, and he got prospects. He was smart. He knew to give up. He admitted he made a mistake, and he got rid of him. They can admit the Padres, they made a mistake. Bogart, Soto, Tatis, Darvish, Musco. And Musco has shoulder soreness now. So, great.
I think,
the Angels, same thing. Yeah. Angels have kept Ohtani.
Yeah, a lot of question marks with those teams, bro. Chicago definitely should have sold. What are they doing? Stroman's a free agent. They're gonna unless Stroman like told them like I'm gonna stay here, right? And then they kept him.
I don't get it.
Yeah, what I think they did, Pope, is like they kept these players around for the fans, for the ticket sales, because there's still like 2 months left of baseball. So they're like, you know what? If we keep these players around.
But they're free agents. They could have got value for them. They're going to leave as a free agent. They should have got some value. Like the Yankees. That's why they were criticizing.
You make good points. I'm just looking at like the business side of it.
Yeah, I know. Like the Angels. I understand keeping Ohtani. He's a face of the franchise, selling tickets. But, if he doesn't re-sign Ohtani, I don't know what the owner's doing. That was so stupid. He's a if he leaves as a free agent and they don't re-sign him, I don't understand. At least trade him now and get value. They better re-sign him. Artie Moreno, you better re-sign him.
I don't think they're going to re-sign him, bro. I think he's going to go to the Dodgers.
Then why didn't they trade him? They're not going nowhere this year. Mike Trout has injuries. C.J. Cron and Lucas Giolito are going to make that much of a difference to beat Texas and Houston.
Yeah, it could be like we could look back on it and it could be like one of the worst moves ever. But I guess what that dude did, he didn't want to be like Babe Ruth, right? That they traded him away. I guess like he'd rather him sign away and not have like that legacy.
Yeah, they're gonna re-sign him. They can't let him leave. They'll be crazy to let that guy leave. They can't. There's no way.
I think the Dodgers are gonna offer him like the most expensive contract.
I heard the Dodgers don't. I don't even know. The Dodgers gonna give him all that long-term money. The Angels, that'll be so stupid. What if they do that? That'll be. If that happens, then the Angels should sell the team, and the fans should not even show up. They should boycott, just like Yankee fans.
Right.
Don't even show up at the game, boycott, and don't even pay to see the team. It's a waste.
And what also is going against the Angels, bro, is Mike Trout. Like the fact they had Mike Trout career pinnacle years. And they wasted him.
Yeah.
And I think Shohei's like probably like, bro, I don't look at that motherfucker right there. Like, I don't want to end up like that guy. You know what I mean? If they had a better track record of taking care of their like talent and giving them an opportunity to win, it'd be a different story. But I don't
Mm.
know, bro. I think
Yeah,
LA.
instead, yeah, all the years they try. He didn't want to add pitching. Angels always need pitching. All the years he was adding hitting. Rodon, they added him from the Nationals. He's always injured. They added all these hitters. Justin Upton, all these guys, bad contracts, and they're stuck with all these guys. And now Mike Trout has a back problem. So and they're
Yeah,
paying him all this money like Judge. I hope the Yankees don't waste Judge's prime years.
that's a player that could go to the Yankees, bro, as well. I mean, everyone's talking about the Dodgers for Otani, but I wouldn't be shocked if he could go to the Yankees
If he wants to
because
play.
he right. I mean, I think that's a team that can offer him a lot of money. Um,
But I don't know. The
and
Yankees don't really want to give out long term because all the given Judge and Stanton. I don't
right,
think they want to deal with another long term contract. And we don't even know if he wants to play in New York. He originally didn't want to come to New York. So unless he wants to stay in L.A., Seattle Mariners, yeah, another team.
Seattle would be
Yeah,
a great fit for him. I was thinking
yeah,
about that as well.
yeah. Because Suzuki, Ichiro, and it's
Yeah,
close to Japan over there. So Midwest. So
they have a lot of history with like Japanese baseball in Seattle with Ichiro, and they, you know what I mean? Like, look how they treat Ichiro compared to how they treat Mike Trout, right? Like those franchises,
mm,
Seattle with Ichiro
mm.
and Mike Trout, right? I mean, Ichiro didn't win nothing, but I kind of feel like in terms of a franchise, Seattle like treated him better and promoted him better. I don't think the Angels know how to promote players, and I think if he left, bro, he could make a lot more money in terms of sponsorships,
Mm.
endorsements, whatever, in LA or in New York. Miami would be in their destination, but I don't think the Marlins would pay him all that
Yeah,
money.
see, if the Yankees were one piece away, then yeah, fine. Yeah, they should do it. But they have so many holes on that team: third, left, center, catcher, two starters, even a closer. Tony's just one guy. They have so many other problems.
Bro, I can't believe the Yankees are 56 and 52. 14 games out of the best team in baseball. That's pretty
Well,
embarrassing.
you know what? Well, remember, they're in a division where, look at their division. Every team is over 500. And they're such a flawed team. Yeah, if they had better hitting, maybe they would be where the Blue Jays are. They should be where the Blue Jays are.
Bro, they should be where Baltimore's at.
I don't know if they're that good. I don't think they're that. I don't with this team. They even with their players, they should at least been near the Blue Jays, not at where they are now. It's because Severino has been terrible. Rodon, both of them, you can't trust them. And then they're hitting. If they don't hit the home runs, they don't score. So yeah, Cashman. I don't know what he's going to do. That's why Texas and Houston they have to learn the philosophy, how to develop and scout, bring up the guys, don't bury them in the minors, and give these guys a chance. And then you got to trade for the right type of guys, not all these older guys in their 30s, more righties. They need lefties, so they have a balanced lineup. And scouting and development. That's why they had Brian Sabian from the Giants is trying to help scouting. But then they don't bring these guys up. They buried this Peraza up and down in the minors, sending them down, bringing them up instead of keeping them. Yeah, they gave this Volpe, a young kid, a chance at short, but then he hasn't been that great. They overhyped their prospects, and that's the problem for the last 10 years. And then they signed the wrong free agents, make the wrong trades. Every trade they did, all these guys got hurt. Montez got hurt. Trevino, they got hurt. The Scott Efforts guy, he got hurt. Uh, Years and years of these bad trades. Donaldson, horrible trade, wasting money. Joey Gallo, another bad trade. Uh, Sonny Gray, another bad trade. Then Paxton, Michael Pineda. I could go on and on. It never ends with the bad guys he had. Yeah.
Bro, they had a chance last year to be in the World Series, though, but they choked against the Astros. They were
Well, they
lucky to
can't.
be in the LCS, honestly.
Yeah, no, they
It
beat
should
the
have been the
Guardians
Guardians and the Astros.
5 games, but
Right.
because they don't know how to hit. The same thing. They don't have the right type of hitters. It's home run or strikeout. That's why they need more contact, more fundamentals. They have to get rid of all these guys. If they'll have to just be bad for the next 3 4 years. Like the Orioles, they were bad for years, and they got these young players now. They're gonna have to try to be like that. In New York, it's hard to do that. A big market. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna know. They don't know what it is to rebuild.
We don't know, bro. Let me ask you quickly about the Atlanta Braves. Last year, the team got knocked off by the Phillies. They should have been in the World Series last year. Do you think they'll choke again this year in the playoffs?
Phillies, they have holes too. And Nola, he hasn't been that great, Nola. And then Wheeler's good. They added Michael Wenza from the Tigers, another good starter. He was doing good this year. And then they're hitting. Hopkins is out the whole year. Harper hasn't been that great since he came back from the injury.
Schwarber.
Swerber, he hits below average. Home run, strikeout.
He's a bad outfielder as well, man. I don't know why
Yeah,
they put him in outfield,
yeah,
bro. Just hit him at DH, man.
yeah. They
Okay,
don't. I don't.
but real quickly, Atlanta Braves, you think they'll choke this year in the playoffs?
The Braves with their talent, I don't know. They have good talent though. I
Bro,
don't know. I
last year
can't.
they lost game 3 and 4 to Philly.
Well, Philly got hot at the right time. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think they have the right type of guys now. They have more experience. I think they have the right guys to get the team together. I don't think that would happen. The Dodgers, I don't know. They don't. I don't think the Dodgers have enough pitching. I think the Braves should be able to get to the World Series. There's not many teams that can upset them. Diamondbacks, and not they don't really scare you that much.
San
Phillies,
Francisco,
Giants, I don't think they have enough hitting. They have the
Cincinnati.
pitching. They're too inexperienced. Too many young players. No.
The only team for me that can knock them off is Philly, just because they play him so much, right? And they know him so well.
Yeah, but I don't know if they have. I don't think they have enough pitching either.
Well, no, I
That,
mean, but last year it was the same thing, right?
and they got hot with their hits, but their
Exactly,
hitting is not the same
exactly,
as last year. I'm not. Their hitting is
right.
not the same.
The only times Philly and Atlanta have faced off in the playoffs, Philly has knocked them out both times, right? I mean, it's a small sample size. My point is just like they're rivals, so
Yeah,
like,
no, and
right?
they know how to beat them. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
think the Braves have too much talent. I can't see them do that
Okay,
again.
all right. So even if they face Philly, it don't even matter. They'll knock them off. That's the only
Yeah,
team that I can see them
yeah.
beat them. I don't
Phillies
think
just
that.
got hot. Phillies just got hot at the right time last year. I can't see them do that again.
Oh, okay. I agree, bro. I don't think there's a single team in the National League that'll knock this team off.
Now, if you
Um,
watch the Braves all the time, they're too good, man.
well,
They're
they have
pitching,
all those dudes that hit a bunch of home runs, bro,
and they're doing this without Max Fried, and they have injuries.
and no
Ian
Kyle Wright as
Anderson,
well.
Kyle Wright. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
all these other injuries, and then they have the veterans. Asuna even is doing good for them. Marcell Asuna
Yeah.
is hitting. So like, come on, and he's your worst hitter, like basically him and Arcia. They have two. He's good too.
Yeah, Arcia is pretty good, dude.
Yeah, and Michael Harris, they have too. Like, come on,
He
they
he
don't.
started off the year kind of like shaky because
Yeah,
he's young, right? But he's been playing a lot better of late.
that's
But
your weakest hitters. Asuna, Michael Harris. That's like your 6'7". That's your weak
right,
hitters. They only have like one weak hitter on the whole team.
right. Mr. London Sports isn't here. He's got something to talk to us about his Dodgers, bro.
Missed that guy. Yeehaw!
Yeah. London, you're missing out on the theme today. Dodgers fans were furious yesterday, including me. We wasting Freddie Freeman's best year, man. 337 average, 21 home runs, 38 doubles, over a 1 OPS.
Good signing, 5-year deal. That was a steal getting him. And then Betts is having a good year. Then Will Smith is doing good. Yeah, JD Martinez. I thought he was washed up. He's doing good, Martinez. So they could have added Rodriguez. I thought maybe they should have looked at Blake Snell. I thought Blake Snell would have been perfect for them.
Yeah,
Padres
bro,
should
that's a
have traded
perfect
him.
fit for them.
Yeah,
It sucks he was with the Padres.
yeah. I thought they would have traded him. I was shocked that the Padres are trying to win. Uh, yeah, it wasn't really that many really great hitters really to add. They already have good hitting the Dodgers, but pitching,
Pitching,
Verlander. They were talking about Verlander, but
that
I
was
think
desperate.
yeah.
I mean, just for like a karma perspective, bro. Like, why would you want to sign the guy or trade for the guy that beat you in Game 7 while they were cheating in your
I
home
know,
field,
yeah, I know.
and then you bring him in like that, bro? Ah, man, that's just bad. Like bad karma,
But when
bro.
you want to win, you don't care. You want to win.
Oh no. That's like embarrassing.
They were talking about it, but I don't think they want to take on the money. The money was the
Right.
problem, and the prospects.
You know what I think they did? The Mets. I kind of think they played. They talked to the Dodgers to
Yeah.
get like drive up the
Oh
bargain
yeah.
with the
Oh yeah.
Astros.
Of course. Of course. And get the prospects. Dodgers have a better farm system than Astros. That Bobby Miller, the Mets would have wanted Bobby Miller. I don't.
Our
They're not
offense is
giving up
really
Bobby
good,
Miller.
but our pitching staff will hold us back unless Rhea steps up or Gonsolin. Oof, man, those guys have had a tough year this
Oh
year.
yeah, yeah. 5 year age both, and we lost Dustin May. Walker Buehler's coming back. That's going to be the key. Kershaw and Walker Buehler, if they come back, maybe they'll get hot. Maybe the Dodgers get to the World Series. If those two step up, maybe.
You have like a career year for Lance Lynn.
Oh yeah, if they fixed Lance Lynn in a big ballpark, he could pitch good in L.A. It's a big ballpark, so maybe his
Right,
ERA won't be bad. And they score a lot of runs. The White Sox didn't have the hitting like the Dodgers have, so they'll score a lot of runs for him.
right. I think the Dodgers need to wrap up that number 2 seed. They can't lose a division if they want to like have a shot to face Atlanta. Because if they're coming out in the wild card round, it's going to be a tough road to get to the World Series because of their lack of pitching. Maybe they can like hide it in a 5-game series and then
Mm.
try to get hot in a 4-game series. But if they're coming out, in the wild card, that's going to mess up their pitching staff. They have to win the West. No excuses.
Oh yeah, well they should. Well, Diamondbacks, they got a good young team, but I don't know if they have enough to get that division. And Giants, I don't know these Giants. I didn't even think they were going to be good this year. The Giants, because look at
They
what they
started off
did.
shaky, but
Yeah, yeah,
they're a streaky team, bro. They go like on a 6-game win streak,
yeah,
and they'll
yeah.
lose like 4 in a row.
Yeah,
They'll win like 8 in a row, and then they'll lose like
yeah,
3 in a row.
because they added Conforto and Mitch Hagler. I didn't think that was going to make a difference. Correa, they lost out on. Judge, they lost out on. I thought when they lost out on Judge and Correa, I thought San Francisco. I said they don't have much hitting. How are they going to win? They rely on their pitching.
That one year they won 100 games. They hit a bunch of home runs. There were like all kinds of records in terms of like after the 8th inning, like they had like this record like they were like number 1 in like 30, 40 years.
Yeah,
Like
but that
hitting
was
a lot.
when they had Brandon Belt was hitting and Brandon Crawford. But those guys are not the same no more.
Brandon Belt's with the Blue Jays
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So that's why I'm surprised they're even good this year.
Good thing Lance Lynn pitched 7 innings. Most our starters struggled to get past 5 this year, besides Kershaw.
Well, yeah, Kershaw was their best starter.
Bro, what do you think about that bullpen for LA Dodgers this year
Yeah, that's
compared
another
to other?
problem. That's another problem. I talked about that. Their bullpen is a problem. That Evan Phillips, can you really, and Gladero, and Joe Kelly.
Oh god.
I thought they should have looked in Josh Hader or Ben Neer. Those are the guys they should have added. You could trust in a bullpen because in a close game, you're gonna try. I watched a lot of those LA Dodger games the last 2 weeks. I don't trust any of those relievers. They blow games. I don't care how good their offense is. Max Muncy can hit 1,000,000 home runs, but if their
Right.
bullpen can't hold it, they're gonna lose. So
You know what? I thought they were going to go after the Dodgers, the Pittsburgh Pirate reliever.
yeah,
I
that's what I
think.
thought. Yeah, David Ben Neer. I thought they were gonna go after him.
Okay, I thought that would have been a good fit on that team.
Yeah, I guess the Pirates are asking for too much. They were asking for that top prospects and Hader. I'm surprised the Padres kept Hader. I thought they were gonna trade him.
Yeah, they kept them all, bro. And you know what? I think, and not only did they keep them, they added like some random pieces, bro. They brought
Yeah,
Rich Hill, bro.
yeah, and Barlow from the Royals and Garrett Cooper. What is Garrett Cooper gonna do?
That guy's always injured, man. Garrett Cooper.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what he's gonna do. They're so
No,
desperate for a first baseman.
the only reason like the Padres did that, like we talked about, it's to save face, like give the fans a reason to come to the ballpark and
But
continue
no
to
one
buy.
wants to see them though. They're not going nowhere. The fans are not stupid. It's like Yankee
Bro, I
fans.
don't know, man. The tickets for the Padres are so freaking expensive,
Why?
bro.
They're
Like,
not that good. They can't hit. Besides Soto, the team's a
right.
joke.
First of all, they're all sold out, so you can't buy a ticket at the booth.
Wow,
It's
wow.
it's you got to buy it off of someone else. So
That's crazy.
it is, bro. I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
That's
They
crazy.
they had 100,000 people show up preseason for the fan fest, like in February or like March or some shit like that. They had to
Wow.
turn people away. They're like, "Get out of here. We're gonna shut this shit down."
Wow. I can't believe it. Padres. Yeah, with all that hitting, how are they so bad? Yeah, Garrett. Oh, and they added Barlow, the reliever, he was a closer for the Royals too.
Rich Hill, I thought was like an embarrassment. I was like, what the
Yeah, no,
heck is
he's like
going on?
38. He's 40 years old.
And okay, I mean, it's 40's fine, but he don't even look 40. He looked like he's like 50.
And the Padres. I don't know what. Yeah, but how is that going to get fans to keep watching? They didn't fix anything.
Nah, but it's because the fans here aren't that like like baseball smart. Like,
Oh,
no,
come on.
no, they're not. Like, if they once they add pieces, it's gonna be like they're still trying. You know what I mean?
Trying
You,
for what? They one game under 500. They're pitching. Darvish is an embarrassment. Musgrove has an injury now. Who else can you rely on their pitching? Seth Lugo. You going to rely
Michael
on him?
Waka.
Shit. And then they're hitting. Besides Soto, Tatis and Soto, Collinsworth, whatever. Come on, Grissom. He hits for low average. So.
Yeah, it's just, bro. This team played like this last year as well. Not as bad, but similar. They won 90 games last year, right? But they got hot in the playoffs. Remember, Trent Grisham turned into like freaking Reggie Jackson, just bombing home runs, right? I think that's what people are like kind of expecting. Like they're gonna flip the switch at any point. But I think the problem for the Padres, bro, is like I think the clubhouse on that team is not really united. I don't think they like each other. I think there's like two sides. There's like Machado's boys, and then there's like Tatis's boys. Like Soto's like Tatis's boy, and like Machado's got like more like a veteran. He wants to win, and I think Tatis is about like entertainment, money, all like that kind of thing.
Yeah, but
Because
they
they're
only
young
got.
dudes,
But
you
they're
know.
spending all their money in three, four guys when there's 26 guys on the team. You have to spread them. You have to have a balanced team, pitching, bullpen, not just three hitters. What is this, NBA? They think they're going to buy a championship like in the NBA. You have three stars like Durant, Harden, and Irving with the Nets. When they had those, I had to deal with that for years. All those head cases, Irving didn't want to play, then the vaccine, and then injuries, and then Harden wanted to get traded, and Durant,
Right.
crybaby. They think they're like the Mets, the Padres.
Man, so we'll see what happens, Mr. Pope. This is a possible ALCS. This is probably the easy ALCS to pick, barring any injury. You know, we're gonna get this Texas matchup. Texas born, Texas bred, and we'll be all Texas dead, bro. If this doesn't happen,
Yeah.
I'm banking on this, man. I'm gonna pick this. You know, I'm gonna probably go to the casino and put this matchup in, man, because I'd be shocked if this has not happened in the ALCS.
Yeah, it would be a good matchup. I'll probably watch it. That's the only matchup I'm really interested in. And I just want to see what the Orioles do. All those young guys they have. It's
I don't
embarrassing.
know, man.
The
I think
Yankees.
Baltimore might choke in the playoffs, kind of like how Toronto did last year.
Mm. Yeah, that's the thing. Blue Jays not even playing well, and they can't. And the Yankees are just so bad. The Yankees could be close to the third wild card if they weren't so bad.
I don't even think Toronto will make the playoffs this year, but I think, say for example, Baltimore, if they win the division, you know they could get Tampa Bay, you know, in that ALDS.
Mm.
I think Tampa. Um, Wait, no. Let's see. It would be they would face Texas, man. If Baltimore wins,
Yeah, well, yeah, it depends on who wins the division.
right,
If Texas, it could be Houston and Tampa in the wild card.
in the second round in the ALDS, it could be
Well, in the wild
Balt-
card, they would have no, the wild card. They would have to face each other.
right,
The one wild card.
right.
Yeah,
It
they
would be
would.
Houston and Tampa, and then Baltimore and Texas in the second round.
It's gonna be yeah. Even good teams get knocked down the wild card because it's
Yeah,
all these the division. Texas and Houston are good. Tampa and Orioles are good. So even the good teams could get knocked down a wild card. Yeah. So the who gets the second wild card? Let's see.
it would
Probably be
be
yeah.
it would be Tampa Bay will get the wild card. Let's pull it up right here. So right, I mean, Baltimore has the advantage right now. They would be the number one seed, so it would be Baltimore and Texas as the 1-2, and then Tampa Bay would face Texas,
Yeah, it could
and
always change because Astros
Baltimore
can.
would get the
It could
Blue
change.
Jays.
Yeah, either way, it'll be Orioles or Orioles or Tampa or Texas wild card, and then probably Astros or Tampa wild card, and then I guess the other wild card maybe will be that would be embarrassing if the Red Sox got in the wild or Angels. Yeah, the Yankees. I can't believe how bad the Yankees. So the Blue Jays have the third wild card, only 60 and 49. Yeah, I think they'll probably keep it. Blue Jays will keep the third wild. Yankees and Red Sox are just not that great. So.
No, they're not going to do it, bro. London says the Yankees traded two pitchers and the deadline, one pitcher they optioned to AAA.
Yeah, because I told you the trade value. They didn't have much trade value. These the guys, Torres, Bader. They had to go with extra reliever. They added a reliever from the White Sox, Middleton, and they have enough relievers, but I guess they really need hitting. But the hitting wasn't good. The trade market for hitting wasn't good, so they were basically like a last minute thing. He's not really helping them now. They really need hitting, and they're too old. In the off season, they're going to have to trade some of these guys. Cashman did a lot of mistakes, and I saw him in spring training too in March. I was right there. He was with his mother. I should have had a big, I should have talked to him. They would have kicked me out of the stadium. I try to have some class and not go near him. His mother's there, have like a little respect. But he needs a lesson from me. I have to go off on him. He don't want to admit anything, all his mistakes. He makes all the right moves. I was going to teach him a lesson.
London says that the Yankees are screwed.
Yep. And luckily I don't have to watch. I only watched. Let's see. I think I only watched 40 games all this year already. Only 40 out of 100.
Damn, bro. How times have changed.
Yeah. It's the lowest games I ever watched in my whole life for the Yankees.
You're gonna move to Tampa Bay pretty soon.
Yeah, I probably want to move down to Florida. But Tampa has good. All the Florida teams are good. Tampa Marlins are better than the Yankees. They make better moves. The Florida Panthers in hockey, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Miami Heat. So yeah, what the hell am I missing in New York? New York is like the city of losers. They all suck. What is there to look forward to? Aaron Rodgers, he's going to get injured anyway, probably. So. Yeah.
Right there, bro, is the wild card, right? Those are the top wild card teams right there.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, it could always change. Texas could go into. It's going to be. I think Texas and Houston. It's going to go back and forth.
Okay, all right. But they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, those three will probably make it. I don't think the Red Sox have enough pitching. I don't think they have enough pitching.
Toronto's going to fall off as well.
But they're not good either, Blue Jays. That's why it's embarrassing that the Yankees came and take advantage when the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays lost like 8-9 games in the whole month of July. They were like 9 or 10 and like 15 or something.
And this is the wild card right here for the National League.
Yeah, they're all Florida teams. All those teams. The Brewers got the pitching, though. Brewers with Burns, Woodruff. And
but their offense is horrible, dude.
Well, Yelich has been great. Yelich has been really good.
Yeah. They have one hitter, bro. You know who their cleanup hitter is?
Well, because Therese, he really was bad this year. Ronnie Therese was bad.
Right.
That's the reason.
Tejas, the first base.
They added Carlos Santana and Mark Canha, the great Mark Canha from the Mets.
Brewers' offense is bad. They hit Adames is the cleanup hitter, and his OPS is
I know, he's been
worst.
bad too, yeah. Willie Adames from Tampa, yeah, he's been bad.
So, honestly, for me, this is a much more difficult pick than the American League. American League is going to be Tampa Bay and Baltimore in the playoffs. Well, but we'll see, right? It could be something shocking. This, for me, is more difficult to pick, bro.
Yeah, well, all these teams, they're not balanced. They have flaws, all these teams.
I mean, the team that I'm looking at right there that has the best talent, the best of everything.
Diamondbacks. Well, yeah, the Diamondbacks. I think I think they're underrated. The Diamondbacks a little bit.
I don't know. I think they kind of fell back to earth, dude.
But they got some young pitching, young hitters. Marlins. The Marlins are excited. The Marlins. What about the Marlins? Got in the playoffs.
They could take San Francisco's slot, maybe. But I don't know, man.
Luis Ariz, that guy's unbelievable. I can't believe Minnesota traded that guy.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I don't know, man. This is tough to pick. San Francisco could drop off. Philly could get an injury, and then all of a sudden, they could drop off as well.
Yeah,
The
none of them
Padres,
are beating. None of them will beat the Braves or Dodgers. I don't. None of them.
yeah, exactly. Well, bro, the Dodgers are very close to dropping into this category as well. I mean,
Yeah,
they're only, I think, one game up on San Francisco. London will let us know. Dodgers start a series Friday against the Padres.
they should beat them.
Oh, bro, what do you think? I think the series is in San Diego. You think the Padres will win the series, or you got the Dodgers winning the series?
Probably 2 out of 3 Dodgers, right?
Dodgers win the series. Okay.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Oh,
Max
man.
Muncy will hit his home runs like he always does, and then Freddie Freeman again. Always, and then they get away with their pitching. They'll get away with it.
Let me just mention this, bro. This is the first time I've seen the LA Dodgers start pitchers back to back that have over a 6 ERA. I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that doesn't cause a concern that they could lose the series to the Padres. They could start Michael Grove and then Lance Lynn, and they can have the other pitcher that's got.
Oh yeah, Bobby Miller they got too. Yeah, but Padres they're not that good either. They don't hit. They're so inconsistent. The Padres. I was watching them like 2 days ago.
0-10 in extra innings, bro.
Yeah, I don't trust the Padres. Like they're hitting. Like I look at their lineup, I says, how could they be this bad? You have 3 of the top 10 players in baseball.
Machado's hurt.
Well,
Soto,
he was hitting Machado. The first 2 months he was terrible, but the
right,
last 2 months he's starting to hit. And then Soto, I think he had 2 home. He hit a home run again today.
right.
Should never traded him.
The problem is the shortstop, the first baseman, and
They got a lot of Grissom is not really much of a hitter,
yeah, he's all defense.
and and Gary Sanchez had 2 home runs tonight.
Right. Before Sanchez, the catching position was also a problem. They've had good pitching, bro. I mean, at one point the Padres were like a top level pitching staff at one point in the year, right? The problem has been the inconsistency of the offense.
Oh yeah, that's always the
That's
problem.
been their huge.
And
Right.
Darvish wasn't that great this year. He
No,
started pitching better.
He's just bad. He's had some bad starts.
Musgrove has been really good this year. Musgrove.
Right. And
He just
leaving
got
runners on base. That's been their biggest weakness. No clutch hitting. Like, you know how the Dodgers are a clutch hitting ball club.
Oh yeah.
Dodgers
Yeah.
could be like, it'd be like a 1-2 ball game. They're like losing by 1 run, and they'll score like 3 runs in the 8th inning.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They come out. They have high average guys. Freeman, Betts. Even that Josh Outman guy was in the first month. He was like on fire. Josh Outman. They got other young players too. Will Smith, another guy. So
So you think the Dodgers win the West? You don't think they'll fall off?
no, I don't think I don't think Giants and Diamondbacks. I don't think they're good enough.
All right, man. We shall find out.
Because you look at the talent. Do you really think Giants? The Dodgers should have 70 wins. If it wasn't for all the injuries, if they didn't have, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, if they didn't lose guys, Gosselin would pitch better. Kershaw didn't get injured. Maybe
Arias pitched better as well.
Urias, he pitched better.
You know what I think about Arias? I think
Urias.
Dave Roberts has overused that guy in the playoffs in the last years, and I think it's catching up to him this year.
He threw a lot of innings last year. Didn't he have like 20 something wins?
I think so. I think so. And
Yeah,
in the
so
playoffs, Dave Roberts would like throw him on like 3 days rest and shit.
Yeah, so maybe he's just having a down year. Maybe it's just his
See?
location. He's getting tired. His location.
Gonzalez as well, bro. Some of those games I've watched a little bit of the Dodgers, and Gonzalez as well with the location, he gets hurt, right? Because he doesn't throw hard. He doesn't strike out hitters, so he throws that splitter, and he'll leave it over the plate. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
it reminds me of Carlos
84.
Rodon. Like Carlos Rodon yesterday, giving up the home runs.
Okay. Um, I did see that too as well. Like he got into like a little argument with. He didn't want to come out of the baseball game.
Yeah, a lot of they've both been disappointed. Rodon, all that money, and Urias is going to be a free agent. him and Blake Snell, I think, are free agents. So they're going to be free agents in a bad year.
Maybe I think Blake Snell might go to Seattle. I think they might do it because you know how they got Robbie Ray. They paid him all that money, and
Oh,
he
what a waste of money that was!
right.
Oh my God.
So I think Seattle might do something to. I wouldn't be shocked if Snell went to Seattle.
I think Dylan Cease is going to get traded in the offseason.
Man, we'll see. I mean, the Guardians held on to Shane Bieber for all those
Well,
years.
He was injured. That's
I
why.
mean,
Too.
like before, like not this
Yeah,
year.
but if he wasn't injured, he would have got traded. I think at the deadline.
Okay, all right.
And Dylan Cease, they were asking for a lot, the White Sox, because he's. I think they wanted. I think the Dodgers were interested in him. They wanted at least 2 or 3 of their top prospects. So in the
Uh,
offseason, I can see the Dodgers do that in the offseason, Dylan Cease. I can see that. Mm-hmm.
oh man, I mean, it would be a big letdown because I mean they want Otami, right?
Yeah, but if Atani goes with the Angels back,
Right.
they could always go after Dylan Cease. I can
Like,
see it.
hey, by the way, we couldn't get Otami, but here's Dylan Cease.
Well, he's good, Dylan Cease, but Atani,
I mean,
it,
he's like good for like ML in the MLB world, but in terms of like
yeah.
that the casual fan, I mean, they're gonna, what I mean, it would be like a
Yeah.
huge letdown.
Yeah, well, it's nothing they could do. They have the money. If the Angels just give him extension, 700 million, he's not going to turn that down.
No, no, it's gonna be something like that, bro. They're gonna give him like a huge record deal, like $500 million, three-quarters of a billion
Yeah,
dollars.
ridiculous.
Yeah, they're gonna try to buy him for life.
Yeah, that's another thing. The Dodgers get away with all these rejects. J.D. Martinez, Haywood. See, that's why the Dodgers are doing good. The washed-up guys are actually hitting.
I think JD Martinez was a huge pickup, man,
Oh
on
yeah,
that team.
I thought he was. I thought he wasn't going to be the same.
Well,
His
I mean,
getting injured,
right?
new ballpark. I didn't know he was going to hit like this.
No, he said a pretty decent year for them, man. The offense
Oh
in
yeah,
LA has not been the problem at all, right? It's been what we talked about. The bullpen has let that team down
oh
with
yeah, the
injuries,
bullpen and the starting pitching. Yeah,
right? If that team was healthy, they could compete with Atlanta for the pennant, but
yeah. If they fix their bullpen and then adding another starter, that's why Lance Lynn and Joe Kelly, Ryan Yarborough, that's going to really make a difference.
bro, what do you think about the Cy Young this year?
Well, Cole just pitched against Shane McClanahan. It's going to be one of them, Cole or McClanahan.
He's hurt though, McClanahan.
He just pitched tonight.
Okay, he came back from injury.
Yeah, he's. They both have ERAs of like 2.6 something. Like now, it could be less. Yeah, it's mostly going to be McClanahan and I think Cole. Ovaldi just got hurt. Luis Castillo. Yeah, he's good, but I think it's going to be one of them. I think McClanahan and Cole. Cole's having a great year.
I think it could be like one of these two dudes, the either the 4 or the 1, just because they're power pitchers, right? They have a bunch of
Yeah,
strikeouts,
everybody loves McClanahan. See, the thing is, Garrett Cole has more innings pitched than him.
right? And
So, and the strikeouts, even though McClanahan, you know, yeah, Garrett
Cole
Cole.
has much better numbers, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah. This year he's having a great year. But the thing is, the Yankees are not going to make the playoffs. So,
Right. Well, didn't they give it to Robbie Ray that one year?
yeah, yeah, it's going to be one of them. A lot. It's going to be one of the other MLB network.
Okay.
They're all going to pick one of those two.
I mean, I know you're a Yankee fan, but I hope Tampa Bay wins the um, Cy Young, bro.
Yeah, well, Garrett Cole, he does deserve it though. Like remember he lost it to the Astros with Verlander. Remember that?
I do remember that.
So yeah, when he was with the Astros, I think
Right.
it's time. Yeah,
What about the National League Cy Young?
that's a little bit. Yeah, that could be close. That Steele guy has actually been a surprise. That guy, I didn't think he was going to be that good. Spencer Strider, but his ERA's a little high. But
Yeah, he's like over 4 ERA
yeah, it's
or
almost.
361. 361. With the strikeouts, bro, he's got like
Mm.
208.
I like
This is like Nolan
Strider.
Ryan, Roger Clement type of shit.
I like Strider.
Yeah, he's tough,
Yeah,
man. He's a tough pitcher, and
yeah.
Atlanta likes to play with him as well, bro. 12-3 with,
Hmm.
so the team definitely hits for him.
And Elder, they got all these other guys. Elder too's good. Bryce
Yeah, this
Elder.
dude was having a really good start to the year. He kind of fell off a little bit, but he's young, bro. He's a young kid. He's things like 24, 25 years old, dude. Morton kind of fell off a little bit as well, but my point is like the National League, the pitchers are kind of like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Morton's.
Burns started off bad, but he's starting to pitch better. Burns.
What do you think about Blake Snell, Cy Young?
But look at his record, 8-8. You know, it's crazy to give a guy Cy Young when you see his record like that.
Right. Well,
Uh,
didn't some dude win it like that, like recently with like a really questionable record?
yeah,
Yeah, who
they.
it was? Fred Verlander last year. I forgot.
No, he had a
I'll look
good.
it
No,
up.
he was good, Verlander
Okay.
last year.
I mean, Blake Snell is number 2 in strikeouts to Strider. That'd be crazy if they give the Cy Young to Strider with that ERA. I don't know, man. I think ERA and strikeouts are like the biggest indicator of Cy Young in history. I don't think they'll deviate from it. It's
Yeah,
not
I
so
did.
much the
Yeah,
win
I think
loss thing.
it'll probably be Snell or Steele. One of them will get it.
Man, that'd
But
be
the thing is,
wild, bro.
Snell gets injured a lot. What about if Snell gets hurt?
The thing, I mean, it'd be such an odd thing that Blake Snell is 2-time Cy Young Award winner because the dude only pitches 5 innings, bro. He don't throw 6 innings,
Yeah,
right?
well,
Snell will throw like 100 pitches and they'll be like the bottom of the 5th inning.
well, he has 119 innings pitched this year still. So
Yeah, exactly. He don't throw that many innings, bro. I mean, compared
well,
to
this maybe this would be the most he had in a long time.
I don't know. Like look at for comparison, right? Logan Webb, same number of starts. He's
Yeah,
thrown about 22 more innings than him.
yeah, because he pitches 6, 7 innings. That's why they take Snell out with 5 innings a lot.
Right.
Well, his pitch count. That's why
His pitch
he.
count is crazy, bro.
Yeah, but that's why. Yeah.
It's because Snell, his fastball has no movement on it. It's just a straight freaking pitch. So he can't really throw it that often because the hitters will sit on it. So he's gotta like throw all these like junk pitches, try to make him chase and shit like that to set up the fastball.
Yeah.
But he'll walk dudes. You know, like Blake Snell, bro. He'll give up a leadoff single. He'll walk a hitter. He'll get like a pop up. He'll walk another dude. It'd be like bases loaded, 1 out, and then he'll strike out the next 2 hitters.
Yeah, but you see, he only gave 85 hits, Snell. So that's impressive. 85 hits
Yeah.
compared to
But look at
everybody
the
else.
walks though. Look at the walks.
60.
68
Yeah.
walks, bro.
Well, that's why. That's the reason why. But that's still impressive. 68 and your ERA's that good.
Yeah, because he'll throw like bases loaded and he'll strike out like two dudes like I'm talking
See,
about.
in the baseball, they go by analytics. The WAR, they go by WAR too.
Yeah,
So,
but this stat I think it's kind of
yeah.
misleading. But I
Wins
mean,
above replacement. Yeah.
right? I mean, it's debatable because it's about the whole team, right?
Yeah, I
These are
know.
individual stats.
But yeah, I know. But without him, they would really be ahead the Padres.
What do you think
Oh,
about
he.
MVP for
Oh,
National League?
that's easy. Acuna, that's easy. He has
That's
all those
easy, right?
skills. Oh yeah. Batting
No votes
title.
for Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I would give him Freeman too, but Acuna has 50 something steals. Come on.
They're super close in everything.
I
Freeman
know,
and
but the
Acuna.
steals, he can't compete it with the steals though.
Like Freeman has 10 more RBIs than him, right?
Yeah, I know, but the
But
steals is the steals.
this number right here,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Like, come on, you're not gonna pick that guy with 51. Nobody does that no more. Nobody.
He's so fast out of like just that jump, bro. I know the bases are bigger this year and shit like that, but
And
this
the
dude
WAR.
would have done it anyway.
And look at his WAR, 5.3.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm
They're
not a
gonna
big
fact.
WAR
They're
guy.
gonna factor the steals.
This is my
right?
stat right here. This is my stat.
Oh well, yeah. Well, he has a little more power,
Right,
but
exactly.
But he has the WAR. and he has the stolen bases. So they're going to pick the stolen bases in WAR.
OPS.
He's a
But
more complete player. He does everything, Acuna.
what about the American League MVP?
And the National League, the batting title will go to Luis Arias because he's ridiculous, his numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
MVP, that's easy. Probably gonna pick a Tani.
Easy,
So
right?
easy. Yeah, because he pitches too.
He's gonna win it every single freaking year,
And
bro.
now it's not fair. Unless Judge
not
was
fair.
if Judge was healthy, then it'll be close again.
Yeah, unless someone like breaks the home run record again,
Yeah.
then they'll give it to that guy. But if not, he's gonna win it every single year if he's healthy. It's not even.
Yeah, because he pitches.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the Dodgers, they gotta like get a loan. They gotta get a loan to pay this guy because he's worth it, man.
yeah, but you see, even look at RBIs. The only guy close is Kyle Tucker to RBIs, and Naylor. I can't believe Naylor how good Naylor is with the RBIs. Wow,
And he wasn't even an all-star.
wow.
That was shocking.
Yeah, that's a surprise. They're all batting 300.
But
Isn't
the
it?
guy
It's
might be like number 3 or number 4 in MVP voting, and he's not even an
yeah,
all-star.
all the money the White Sox gave Benintendi. He only has 29 RBIs.
Look
Right,
at
no.
sports talk. Freddie isn't a base stealer.
I know. That's why. That's why Acuna is a better all-around player. He does everything.
He does everything, bro.
If Acuna is healthy, that guy is going to win MVP every year. If that guy's healthy, he's going to win every year.
Manager of the year.
Yeah. Let's see. American League.
Bruce Bochy.
Yeah, he could win with Texas. Yeah, he
Bruce
could be.
Bochy or Kevin Cash, but they'll do. I think Bochy's gonna.
Nah, there's another. You forgot an Orioles manager could get one of them. The Orioles manager. He could get it since they're a young team. Yeah, I could pick one. I'd probably pick one of those. Yeah, I would probably pick one of them. Texas, Bochy, and then the Orioles manager, and then the National League.
The Padres, bro. Bob Melvin.
Yeah. The National League, let's see. The Diamondbacks manager, they weren't.
Yeah, I'll go with the Diamondbacks manager. They kind of fell off though of late, but I don't know. All right, Mr. Pope of Sports. Pretty much shit on all the topics, man. I know you have to get out of here. You got some stuff that you need to take care of.
It's over now. It's too late now, but I have all week. I have all summer. The way the Yankees are playing, I have all summer to watch Ferrer, Bueller. Then I have all my other. Then the Big Lebowski. I have a lot, and of course Jason Statham. I have that. And there's some other movies I have to watch. So. Yep.
Awesome.
So thank you, Mr. Sports Talk. Larry's Sports Talk. Thank you for coming on, for me coming on, and then get those big subscribers. We have to get all the baseball. You know what I find funny? Even though they bash all these teams that they watch, they don't like, they still do streams of this. Like that. What's his name?
Oh yeah, they're sick, bro. They're sick people.
Yeah, Amir. He's sports critic. You say how bad the Cardinals are. Then why the hell are you still watching?
Oh, okay, no, I was talking about Amir.
Him, or you want to talk about any other fans of any other team?
Like, I know what you mean. Like the Padres fans are the same way, bro. They'll lose a game.
Why?
And they'll
Why do you keep watching
people,
them?
Man.
Why do you watch? Why do you watch a bad team like the Mets and Yankees? You stream them. You still you say, oh, they suck. They should fire everybody. But then you still stream them the day after. These idiots are still watching them. Caputo, why are you still talking about them? They suck.
Exactly. That's why I like to just talk about all the teams. And my goal, Mr. Pope of Sports, is to try to pick the winners. That's my goal. I try to pick whoever's going to be winning and losing, just like independent consultant, right? Like free of bias.
I wish it was so easy. It's like being a millionaire. I wish I could mega millions of Powerball. I wish I knew all the numbers, just like in sports. Like, who would think Phillies would have went to the World Series last year? I didn't predict that.
No, I didn't think so either, bro. I had the Padres and the Astros last year.
Did you have the Nuggets winning the championship NBA? The Nuggets?
No,
Yeah.
this year I did mess up in basketball, but watch, I've been hitting basketball since Lakers in 2020, Milwaukee in 2021, but 2022 Golden State. I picked Golden State and Miami in the finals last year.
I knew Golden State was too old. I said that.
But this year I did not pick the Nuggets. I thought the Miami Heat were going to win the title. I did not get that one correct.
Wow, Miami made a lot of. They almost upset it a lot. I was.
Yeah, I mean the Nuggets. They were, I guess, the easy pick. They had to have one. It was their championship to lose.
You didn't think Boston? Miami, you didn't think Boston was better than Miami? You didn't think Boston was better? I thought Boston had the better defense. I thought Tatum and Brown. I didn't think that Jimmy Butler would be this good. Yeah.
I just don't trust both Tatum and Brown together. I don't know. Just for some reason, I don't know.
They gave him a lot of money.
They don't convince me.
But now they got Porzingis now, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think
next year you got to pick Boston, right? Miami, unless Miami gets Damian Lillard. If they got Damian Lillard, then that would be a different story.
I don't know. I think Milwaukee might still be in the mix just because they have that one player. But Boston should come out of the East next year. But I don't know. NBA is pretty difficult because there's usually like an upset, right? Boston is a favorite every year, but they don't do it, bro. Like they choke, right? They choke, bro. So I don't know. I don't really trust teams like that.
And they traded Marcus Smart, which I'm not crazy about that.
The reason why I picked Miami was because of the opposite, like underdog factor. I'm like, okay, like this team kind of like plays better as an underdog, so I was like, maybe they can beat Denver.
But they barely got in the playoffs as a 7th seed. They barely got in the playoffs.
Exactly.
I didn't think they were going to go that far. I thought they were going to be good, but
no. Honestly, I thought the Lakers were going to go to the finals last year. That was my main pick.
They were too old. I had a feeling with them. Nuggets are a better all-around team. When I watch Jokic, that guy's good. They could repeat the Nuggets if they keep everyone together and they're healthy. That Nugget team, they could be the first repeat in a long time.
Yeah, they could, bro. Denver beat the Lakers how Lakers beat them in 2020, like playing with size. Right, Lakers
and defense, shooting, rebounding. That Murray and everyone stepped up on that team. Gordon even stepped up.
Yeah, exactly. With Gordon and Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, he's healthy.
Jokic, there's almost three 7-footers in the court, right?
Yeah,
so
and the bench.
When the Lakers beat them in 2020, Lakers had JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and Anthony Davis, right? So they had all those dudes. I mean, those alley-oops were massive. But they don't have the size anymore.
And the bench and the shooting, they had the KCP for the shooting. And now the Nuggets have KCP. So.
Yeah, we'll see, man. The NBA is still a little bit far off.
But it's too much. But I have an idea. The Nets, I don't think they're going nowhere because Bridges, Cam Johnson, they have a young team. I say 35 wins, 35. The Knicks, I say 42 wins.
Okay, all right.
They're not going nowhere. Bronson, that's it. Besides Randall, they have to trade the young team. Whoever gets Damian Lillard, I heard Harden, maybe the Clippers. I don't know how that's going to work out, though. Leonard.
I think he's going to stay in Philly.
Yeah, I think he wants out of Philly. That's the problem. I don't think he wants to stay there.
I don't know. We'll see.
He did the same thing with the Nets. He did the same thing.
Yeah. But all those dudes are like just a bunch like trauma, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, because he wants to win. If he don't get he never got a championship, Harden. That's why. With Thunder, with the Rockets, with the Nets, he's the only one that has so much talent and never won a championship.
Well, they choked Philly. All right, my original pick this past year in the NBA was Lakers against the Sixers in the finals. That was my pick. Like my first pick.
I always thought Boston was better than them. Yeah.
Well, bro, they choked against Boston because they won 7 games and Philly lost 6 and 7, right?
Yeah, it was back and forth. But Boston blew them out, and Sixers blew them out. I remember I was doing a live reaction.
So, and in that game 6, Philly and Boston, Philly looked horrible
Well,
at the very
Harden and
end.
Joe Embiid didn't
And
do anything. They shut them down.
Joel
Yeah,
Embiid and James Harden looked very
yeah.
horrible. They should have beat Boston, man, but those dudes they just shut it down, or I don't know what the hell happened, but
But that was what I
it was
expected.
embarrassing.
When I saw Boston do in 2021 versus the Nets, they swept the Nets. I says, "Oh, they're gonna do. They could do that to anybody." Their defense is what made Boston good. Now I don't know what they know. Marcus Smart now.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know. I think Boston.
I don't
The
know.
coach also doesn't inspire a lot of confidence as well for me.
Yeah,
Missoula.
Steven.
I
Him
think
too.
I think when they had their previous coach, he was a
Stevens.
perfect fit for that
Yeah,
team.
Stevens. Yeah, the college
No,
guy,
no, no.
Stevens.
After Stevens,
Uh,
Okuda, the guy he was on the Nets
oh
before.
yeah, he was the one. Yeah, the black one was the one who did something with the girl, and yeah, yeah, they got rid of him because
Yeah,
sexual assault or something like that.
something like that, bro. He was getting too friendly with all the wives and
Yeah, he had
shit.
a relationship with some
Right.
other girl.
He was a popular man with the executive wife, bro.
And the Nets almost hired him. They didn't sign. They signed Jock Vaughn. They were thinking about signing him. The Nets.
That Okota dude was a perfect fit for Boston because Boston has a bunch of young dudes, right? Williams, the two Williams, but back
Yeah,
then, two
yeah,
Williams,
yeah. Garrett
Brown,
Williams. I think
Tatum.
he left.
So
Yeah,
Okuda was like this like older like gangster coach, bro, and he was a perfect fit. They lost him. They brought in Missoula. I don't believe in that guy that much. I don't think Boston's gonna come out of the East next year. I think it could be something fresh, bro. Let me just mention this:
it's all about talent.
teams that have come out of the NBA East, it's a new team every single year.
Yeah, but you need the talent. Let's be real, though. Yeah, if Sixers keep Harden,
Uh-huh.
it's still the same top five teams, right? It's it's Milwaukee, it's Sixers, Boston, Miami, like like it's the same teams all the time.
Exactly.
It is predictable. It's
It
same
is. It is.
teams.
It is.
It's
My
it's the
point
same.
is like out of the East, bro. Like 2019, we got
Yeah.
Toronto.
Oh yeah,
2020, we
yeah. I
got
know,
Miami.
I'm saying now.
2021,
I know
yeah.
this year. I don't think Toronto was trying to trade Van. They gave. I get they. I think Van Fleet. He signed a big money deal with. I think it was Houston or one of them. He signed a lot of money.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think I think they try to trade. Uh, uh, let's see, Siakam. I think they try to trade him. Uh,
Miami was the first team that went back to the finals since 2019. Before that, it was a fresh team every year.
yeah,
Milwaukee,
but had a young
Boston,
team. That's why Toronto was a good young team at the
right?
time.
Will Boston go back to their finals? I have to see it to believe it, man. Give me Philly with who's their coach? Who's their,
I don't think Philly. Doc Rivers is fired, so
yeah, he's gone. They have a new coach now.
then I don't think I don't think Sixers have enough. I'm not Tabaris Harris, uh, Harden, Obib, and then the shooting and the bench.
They're good.
I like Maxi. Maxi's good, but
Yeah, he's all right. Okay, Nick Nurse, bro. He's the dude with
they
Sixers, man.
high former
That guy's
Toronto
a
Raptor
smart defensive coach, bro.
Nick Nurse. Yeah.
Smart defensive coach. Watch out for Philly.
If unless Harden gets traded.
All right, Mr. Pope of Sports. Pretty much hit on everything, bro. Gonna get out of here, but I'm gonna come
Yeah,
back here, talk a little baseball, and I'm probably gonna invite the Pope back, or maybe in a week, 2 weeks, something like that. We'll see how these teams go, bro. How they separate. Any injuries, any shocking teams that are making a push that no one expected. Anything you want to mention, bro, before we get out of here?
no, just that a lot of teams sold rebuilding. Big market teams like Mets and Yankees are rebuilding, and then a lot of teams that are not going nowhere didn't trade any of their guys. So I want to know what the Padres' future is. I want to know what the Yankees' future is. I want to know what the Cubs' future is. The whole Angels' future. They think they're gonna make it. Are they gonna? what are they going to re-sign Ohtani? Yeah, that's going to be the big question. Is Ohtani going to go back to the Angels? That's going to be the off-season. All they're going to talk about is that. I'm guaranteeing. Yep.
Awesome, bro. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Peace.
Yeehaw.